Let's talk about it. Thank you, everybody. We're live in front of a live studio audience, and we're at the zoo. All right. It was a great start. We had a gong. Okay, it was a perfect start.
I'm sorry.
We got a lot to discuss today. I'm gonna have to. You know what? You know, in certain countries, they just chop your finger off if you use the
Soundboard wrong in a podcast.
They say soundboard too much.
I heard that's in the Quran too. They're like, if cut the finger of the man who makes the fart on the soundboard.
Yeah, it's what it says in there. It says it in a lot of Bible spinoffs.
Bible spinoffs. The Quran is my favorite Bible spinoff. I'm normally not a fan of sequels or prequels.
I think it's a prequel, but it's still a spinoff.
No, it's a sequel. It's a sequel.
Is it? What came out first?
Okay, so it's the Old Testament came out first.
What year was that?
1986.
BC?
Yeah, 1986 BC.
Okay.
Right after American Ninja came out.
Okay, and then what?
And then you have the New Testament.
And what year did that come out?
1988. They rushed it.
They got it.
They did the next two sequels back to back.
They did. Oh, they did them in advance.
Yeah, because Peter Jackson filmed them all at the same time. And now we got
to save money. To save money.
They did. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm glad the Bible was interested in budgetary issues.
Yeah, and then there was the Quran, Revenge of the Bible.
The Quran. Then there was Quran.
Yeah, yeah.
It was an unknown sequel that no one ever really watched.
It was an electronic Bible band.
Yeah, and then okay,
that would be a great cover band. A Muslim Quran
that just does Muslim-inspired Duran.
Dude, that would rip.
Hunt me like a wolf.
That would with traditional instruments.
Yeah,
that would fucking rule.
Wait, what's another Duran song? I used to love Duran.
Her name is Rio.
Her name is Allah, and
no.
His name is Allah.
You just do the song. You just
do. How is it going to be Muslim inspired?
Because you have Muslim dudes in it, and they use traditional instruments.
But they have to say his name was Allah, and he how does the song go? Why you leave me hanging here?
I'm not leaving you hanging. My brain was trying to think of parody lyrics.
Oh, his name is Allah, and he dances like a wolf.
Nope, that's Hungry Like a Wolf.
Aaron, you gotta know some Duran.
Yeah, but you want to make him do a Duran Allah song?
Okay, so Quran would be a great yes.
Yes.
That would be a great.
It would be.
That's a good business. We should be the guys. I watched the Milli Vanilli documentary.
Yeah.
And there was that dude who just created them.
I know.
We could be the dudes behind all of these Middle Eastern inspired spin-off bands.
How crazy was it seeing the actual guys who sang it?
I know. And how terrible.
Like 400 pounds.
Oh, yeah, dude. The one guy, I was like, this guy.
Girl, you know it's true.
I liked what they tried to sing in real life. They had such crazy European accents.
I know.
And the one guy's like, girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's fucking crazy. Dude, that was a shit show.
And then they got all of the audience all came out to hug them after that they did it. Remember that?
Wait,
was on
the real guys?
Arsenio Hall, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love the rapper, dude.
Yeah.
He was my favorite. That guy was great. But those guys were legit fucking singers. The one guy ended up, the guy that survived from Milli Vanilli ended up being a good singer.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, the other guy, if he just, I mean, look, that guy would have had a drug problem either way, it seemed like.
I think if he hung on a little bit longer for the Tosh.0 redemption arc stuff, he could have really gotten on.
Do you know the saddest part of that whole documentary was the guy that ended up dying? He was in that orphanage, and they said to get attention from prospective parents to adopt him, he would drink out of the toilet.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that part or no?
I remember watching the thing. I don't remember that.
It was, I was like, Jesus, dude.
Jesus
Talk about a
Christ.
fucking hard time. Hey, that's one way to get noticed. We have a lot of kids listening in orphanages right now. I don't recommend that you drink out of the toilet bowl to try to get adopted.
Yeah.
If anything, use the toilet bowl efficiently and effectively.
For your turns.
I do think when you're going to adopt a kid, like, that's a law.
Sorry.
I think when you're going to adopt a kid, I think number one, do they get it in the bowl and do they flush?
Do they get it in the bowl? That's what you ask?
Yeah.
How many of these kids get it in the bowl? Can you line up all the ones who get it in the bowl on the first try?
And they're like, sorry, this kid does not get it in the bowl. You're out of here.
All right. I'll check back next week.
Yeah, get it in the bowl, maybe. I don't know. But also, I've adopted a kid maybe by then.
Yeah, you think so?
I'm going to come in with one of those fucking fur coats on.
With
I've
a
got
bunch
a
of
top
children
hat,
inside of it?
and I'm like, line them up. Let's see.
Oh, you're going to do Daddy Warbucks style?
And I'm like, And they're like, look at this is big time. Like, the kids are really going to be like, I was like, can any of them juggle?
They're like, I'll get in the bowl for this guy. He looks rich. And then you bring him back to your 2-bedroom.
And I go, by the way, this second bedroom, not your bedroom, just storage.
No, this is where I put my skis.
and my bike and my
You can sleep in the kitchen.
That would be it, man. That would be it. I'd be like, sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, it's a 2-bedroom, all right. But that bedroom is just for trades, Chinese stars,
trades,
blowguns,
weapons, and skis.
Yeah, and my bike now. And I built a voiceover studio in there that no one uses anymore. So you'll be sleeping on a fucking.
Do you have an air conditioner in there?
I have air conditioner in the living room in the wall, and then I have 2 portable units.
Yeah.
Which I will throw in when I talk to these kids.
Yeah.
I have 2 portable air conditioner units.
And you can sleep inside one of those.
We still have the box.
Why do you still have the box?
I keep the box. You never know when you need to send it back.
I save nice boxes too, and it drives Tammy fucking nuts.
My wife she's gonna cut my hands off, just like, which in some countries you're allowed
Just
to
like
do.
Karan. Is that what you
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm a big box because a good box. It's like when you need it, they're hard to find.
Yeah, that's true.
And so,
you know what kind of boxes I love the most?
What?
Old-timey hat boxes.
Those are good.
Because they
But
make
how
good
often you
sound.
running into that shit?
Every now and then. You see them at a Goodwill every now and then. It's crazy. The stuff you see at a Goodwill in Los Angeles, way better than other cities' Goodwill.
Yeah, because you have like rich people that die that don't have any relatives, and they just fucking throw all their shit at the Goodwill.
We got a treasure chest for Winnie for $30.
Was there treasure in it?
No, but it was like it was a legitimate one of those travel trunks from like the late 1800s.
Oh, where they legit like pirates used to go, hey, this was probably used by pirates to bury
keep their makeup in.
to bury treasure.
It looks just like it. Have I shown it to you before?
Why don't you bring it in?
Because it's heavy as fuck.
Just put it on your shoulder the whole show. Just like
As you hear my L5 just crunch completely.
great. Just fucking compress. Well, all the air's out of that one.
How did you shatter your L5? Oh, I picked up a treasure chest for a podcast.
And held it there for 40 minutes.
While a guy in a do-rag and cowboy hat laughed at me.
By the way, shoebox, best box you could ever keep.
Oh, shoe boxes and hat boxes, man.
Yeah.
So
That's-
useful.
Yeah, when we walk into your house, when you're like an old man and we're going to put you in the home, it's just shoeboxes and I'll be in the home already.
Yeah, this guy's like, we're putting you in the home. They're like, Ryan, you need to take your medicine.
I was like, home? I'm straight.
No home.
No home. By the way, I'm getting worried because now pretty much every night I'm waking up thinking that I'm still on the tour bus and I don't know where I am. And it is. Now, you think that it could be...
Early onset dementia.
Yeah.
And O'Neill wanted us to save this bit for the show, but we said it's not dementia, it's DiGiorno's. And he wanted us to make sure we saved it for the show.
That's dementia, baby. That's what it looks like. I'm getting very concerned because this is happening on a nightly basis now.
Was your wife upset?
She's not upset, but she is spending more time calming me down than usual.
Okay, how
Saying,
does she
it's
calm me
okay.
down?
She goes, "It's okay. You're at home. You're in your bedroom." And I go, "I don't know where the fuck I am." I go, I'm on a bus or something. I'm supposed to be on a bus. But
Are you having sleep paralysis?
I do have that. I haven't had it in a while, but I used to get it a lot.
Yeah.
Where I wake up and I'm like, same with the alien equipment that's all
Yeah.
over the floor.
Yeah.
Which happens, sometimes. All right. Well, this isn't sounding great.
No.
It sounded great for my mental health.
I understand what you mean, because I would be woken up and I used to think a spider made of light was coming to get me.
Now, if you were a little dumber, you would then call Coast to Coast Radio and go, "All right, Spider-Man Light keeps coming to me."
And they'd be like, "Oh, that sounds like a real problem."
And then that guy's just like, "Interesting," and then he's just like, "Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching." That's what that fucking guy. He loves that. When he hears that, he goes, "Oh, great."
We got a real loony on the line.
He doesn't believe any of it. You can tell he's like, "Oh, that's interesting. And tell me more about the spider."
That spider scared the shit out of me, dude.
What did it do? What did it want?
It was reaching for me from another dimension, it felt like.
Damn, dude. What if you find out it's all real?
I don't. That's my real fear, dude. It is my real fear that there is an entity on another plane that occasionally fucks with me.
It's trying to get you?
Yeah, it's trying to get me.
The weird thing is, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not ruling it out. I'm not just saying that to, give you anxiety while you sleep. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely think that there is a possibility that some other dimensional being is, trying to touch your titties or something. Squeeze your nips.
Yeah, I do think, what if that is real?
Like interdimensional sexual assault.
Yeah, I'm being interdimensionally sexually assaulted by a spider.
And maybe I'm actually waking up too early in another dimension, and there are beings doing tests on me.
Yeah, but they're doing tests with interdimensional tools that they leave all over the floor.
I'm going to say, I think everybody thinks that, when aliens come, they're going to be a very sterile environment. I think they've made a long trip. When they get here, I guarantee you there's going to be junk food wrappers and fucking gunk all over the controllers.
Skid marks in their underwear.
Yeah, well, or whatever. There's skid marks. I don't know if they're wearing underwear.
They're going to have CVS bags filled with turds that they have to throw in a trash can.
I think it's going to be fucking scum all...
Dude, how funny would it be if a bunch of aliens get off a ship, they got bags under their eyes, and they're, dumping their duty and fucking cheese ball wrappers into the fucking ocean.
I believe it.
Yeah.
They may stop here to dump shit out.
Yeah.
And then move on to their main destination.
That's where all the litter comes from, is aliens.
It could be. That's why straws are getting stuck in sea turtles' noses.
Because aliens are throwing them out.
Yeah, they're like, look at this. Throw it at that fucking thing.
Look at it. That's what the alien says. They have enough sophistication to go all the way to our planet. And they say, look at this. Let me throw this at that fucking thing.
By the way, sea turtles are now getting condoms stuck on their feet. And the biggest issue, they can't feel what they're walking on.
Is that true?
That's a bit.
That's
a new
really
bit,
good
ladies
bit.
and gentlemen. Come see me live. You'll hear that bit out there. They're like, is this sand or is it grass?
I heard that some sea turtles will walk on the sand without a condom and then put the condom on right before they lay eggs.
They'll put it on right before they take their last step.
That was my move. That was my big move.
What? Why would you even fuck around at that point?
Because I just pop it on for the coming.
This guy goes that.
This guy acts like he would never do that. I guarantee you he did that.
No, if I'm raw dogging, which I am, I am
Shooting it all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
I've committed this far.
Sometimes the ladies like to feel the conjoinment of the lovers.
The conjoinment?
Yeah.
Look at the big brain on Brad. Do you know what conjoinment is?
I don't even know if that's a real word.
Aaron, are you familiar with conjoinment?
No.
It's probably
Okay.
conjunction.
Maybe.
The conjunction of the lovers at the climax of the lovemaking.
So she just wants to feel the pulsation.
The pulsation
I think
across the
pulsation.
nation.
Put that condom on. Get that pulsation across. Okay. So there might be early onset dementia. I don't know why you dimensioned it.
Hey, that's great. Hey, don't mention it, Doc. That's what you said to your doctor?
He goes, you know what? Put you in a fucking straitjacket. I'm worried I'll be one of those violent elderly people that they have to like strap down to the bed 23
Yes,
hours
I'm
a
worried
day.
about that too, which will suck if we're in the same nursing home still doing a podcast together.
We'll be trying to scoot over to fucking ram our rolling beds into each other.
And you're like, what the fuck? This guy says he's 5'9". I'm 5'9".
By the way, I saw a clip of some lady doing that bit now. It's on
She stole that
Barstool.
bit?
It was, I don't know if he stole it. I think this bit's probably been around for a while. Maybe I'm just the one that's bringing it to the forefront. I did it in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
And I usually can gauge how tall people are when they're sitting down, but I asked the guy, I go, how tall are you? He goes, 5'5". And I go, come up here. And then in my head, I'm like, this bit, I'm going to have to convert it. So he stands next to me and he's a lot shorter. And I go, I'm 5'6".
Did it kill?
It crushes. And right as he goes, I saw you, O'Neill. I saw the wheels turning. You're like, this guy's 5'5". What the fuck am I gonna do?
The fucking wheels turning.
He's like, I can see
You're
the
like,
wheels turning.
He goes, I'm 5'5", and you're like,
How am I gonna make this work? Yeah. So we got to get down to the real nitty gritty here because no one's talking about this.
all right, let's talk about it, dude. You were very excited to tell me about this.
Because I've been following this, and it seems like nobody is reporting this, and this is huge.
Yeah.
P. Diddy,
Run the city. Show no pity.
Is that a real lyric from him?
Yeah.
It is?
P. Diddy run the city, show no pity.
I don't know. I haven't. Is that off of new? Is that newer stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Keith Olbermann said it. He said, P. Diddy run the city, show no pity, tonight at 11.
That'd be great. Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah.
So this guy.
Early reports indicate that P. Diddy run the city, show no pity.
Further report says he shows no pity. Now let's see that titty. So if you've been following a few months ago, they found a guy who they think is linked to the Tupac Shakur murder. Whoa! Yes, one of the greatest unsolved murders of our time.
Yeah, it is.
And then it just went away. And then that guy implicated P. Diddy.
What?
Yeah, in the murder, claiming P. Diddy hired him to put a hit out on Suge Knight. You fucking dickhead. Then nobody says that. Then it briefly is reported. And and then nobody says anything about it. Is this bad? Should I stop doing that?
I like it.
I mean, it brings some enthusiasm to this. So then, cut to last week. A lady comes out, says that she has been raped and sex trafficked, files a lawsuit against P. Diddy. He settles it within 24 hours.
What?
Yeah. And now nobody's reporting about it.
Well, because it's over, man.
No, but is P. Diddy responsible for Tupac murder? Obviously, he has some culpability in the rape and sex trafficking of this woman.
Yeah.
And also I found out that he had adopted like Usher.
That's weird to me.
And he's adopted like other teenage
Adults.
chicks.
What?
And there's also a rumor that he's an FBI informant, which may explain other things. But this shit is about to come crashing down. He also threatened this lady. She briefly was dating Kid Cudi. And then he goes, I'm going to kill Kid Cudi. And then a week later, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. That's reported.
Shit.
Confirmed by Kid Cudi. And nobody's talking about this. This should be the biggest story.
It is crazy. But why should it be the biggest story?
What else is bigger than this right now?
That's true.
Dude, Ukraine, Russia played out.
Israel, Gaza, who cares?
We know. They've been fighting for a while.
Yeah.
This is hot new shit. We just dropped a hot new fucking news track, and nobody's listening to it.
Well, if you're listening here on Beach Cops.
Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled. And also, I want to know, how do you know somebody's cool to ask them to assassinate somebody?
I don't know, because I always struggle with who I'm going to ask to do my assassination.
I get it. My dad had a friend who asked him, he had this beef with a guy, and
Oh, I know. Yelp reviews.
Oh, yeah,
dude,
that's
I
true.
wouldn't doubt it. You might be able to get away with it.
With a Yelp review?
As an assassin. He did a good job. Nobody got caught.
You think if you're as upfront as possible that they won't even investigate
I think
you?
they think it was a joke.
Yeah.
But what would your review, like, what would you say? Affordable?
Affordable never implicated me.
Yeah.
But then you have to be a confirmed purchaser to leave the
Verified.
review. Verified purchase.
Verified purchase.
Dude, the FBI would love to get verified purchase reviews of assassins.
Are there dark web Yelp? Is there dark web Yelp?
Maybe there is.
Maybe we should, to be honest with you, we should fucking find out anything about the dark web.
We got a fucking fire ass episode. This motherfucker's hiccuping already.
And we have dark web Yelp reviews.
We haven't even touched dark web Yelp.
Because how do you know you got a good buyer on the dark web? Is the hardest place to navigate. So how do you know
the lights aren't on? You're bumping into everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Tripping over yourself.
Yeah. So how do you know that you're getting good shit? How do you know you're buying illegal guns on the dark web? How do you know you're getting a good fucking seller?
You got to do dark web Yelp.
There's no way that it exists, right?
I bet you there's something like that. Do you want me to ask Google or ChatGPT?
Yes. Yes. Ask ChatGPT.
I'm afraid to talk about the dark web with ChatGPT.
Okay, we'll just pretend to. ChatGPT is there.
Oh, that is not a good thing to ask me.
I would Google it then.
You think I Google it?
DuckDuckGo it, because they'll give you the real shit.
Do you have DuckDuckGo on your
I do,
thing?
yeah. You're gonna have to talk.
I will
amongst
talk.
yourselves.
So right now, don't worry. When it's a one-person show, that's when it shines the most. So right now, O'Neill is typing into the computer. He's setting up his old crusty kook fucking web browser.
This says the Yelpification of the dark web.
Yelpification.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a real. It's journals.sagpub.com.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, this is the kind of shit you get on DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is the wild, wild west. Yeah, so here's another one.
DuckDuckGo is the Wild Wild
The
West.
Yelpification of the dark. God damn it, we missed our fucking window again.
Why? What happened?
It's already out there.
Okay.
God damn it.
Well, okay. You don't have to be that mad about us not being able to create our assassin Yelp review.
It'd be everything.
I hate that.
Illegal weapons.
Yeah, but we don't want
That's the
to.
illegal weapons. He met me in a dark alley. Everything was great.
The weapon he gave me is fantastic. The serial numbers have all been scraped off.
Yeah, in a good. And then also, you could say he showed up in a dark alley, but he made me feel comfortable.
Yeah. It was a mysterious dark alley. I was scared as shit. Raul walked me through every step of purchasing an illegal firearm from him.
I felt good. Would buy again.
I felt confident.
If I need to kill somebody.
I felt confident with my purchase. I felt reliable that the gun would not be traced to me.
I went to the hotel room near the airport to meet Raul for the drug transaction. He made me feel very comfortable right off the bat. He offered me tea or coffee. I declined because I didn't know if it was drugged.
Yeah. He wore a mask the entire time. He told me to look away from him. He told me to never look at him. Only look at the gun he was selling.
He without even asking, he lifted up his shirt and showed me he was not a cop.
And I've got to say, primo nipples.
Yeah, not only is he in great shape, but he also did it without me asking.
Yeah, and he doesn't have those kind of dog dick nipples that you see on some guys where they pump them too much.
Steven Seagal.
Did he have dog dick nipples?
He's got dog dick nips. That's why he wears 2 or 3 layers of clothing.
Is that for real? He has big old nipples?
They get hard, yeah, and they poke through.
Does he really have hard nipple issues?
He does, yeah.
That's hilarious.
When is that guy going to die, by the way? He's like 66, 7, something like
When
that.
Putin's done making him dance around and do fake karate for him.
Dude, Putin probably, talk about like injecting the blood of children. Seagal's probably getting that.
No, he's getting ketchup. He's injecting.
He goes, it's Heinz, baby.
Yeah.
Aaron, what would you buy off the dark web if you could for Christmas? The government says it's kind of the purge, but you get to buy one item off the dark web.
A legit samurai sword.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the exact same
You
thing.
can't get real samurai swords here.
What
You
did
can,
say?
but you gotta sharpen it yourself. And
Oh, okay. So a legit samurai. I feel like you can go to the mall and get a legit.
No,
I mean,
samurai.
that's
you
not a
get like
legit-
you get something that the handle will crack on you.
Yeah,
immediately.
because
okay.
it doesn't have full tang on the
Yeah,
blade.
or it's designer. Like I have one that's the head. The handle is so like carved that it just snapped when we were moving.
Oh, well, that's okay. So you're going that. What are you getting off the dark web?
Well, I was going to pick samurai sword, but now I've got to pick something else.
yeah, you can't. He's like, I'll have that. I'll have what he's
I'll have
having.
what he's having, a illegal samurai sword. I was in the first draft of When Harry Met Sally on the dark web.
He goes, originally this is dark web. The Silk Road.
That's the new script we write, When Harry Met Sally on the dark web.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I don't think we tell. It's
They're
going to
both
be
criminals.
too dark. It's going to be way too dark.
Both criminals. What would I get? Oh, I'd get some black powder firearm, a real one.
You can get that now.
I know, dude.
Just go to a different state.
Anything I want, I could get now. What do you want off of the dark
A fucking
web?
rocket launcher. I'm
don't
getting
want-
a
I don't
full-on
want a rocket
launcher. And I'm going to get... I want to find a place that's like buy one rocket,
Fine,
get the
a
second
tank.
one free.
I want a tank.
Okay, but you can still buy that just at like the Las Vegas like military trade show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You could buy like a helicopter. If you have enough money, you can just get whatever you want. You don't have to go dark web.
Yeah.
I'm talking well, I guess then that I could get a rocket launcher too. Okay, let's just say yes. You're going to get a tank. This guy's just going with a samurai sword. You get anything you want.
Samurai sword is sweet, though.
I'd buy an 80-year-old man
Okay.
and a rocket launcher, and then I would shoot the rocket at the man and blow up. Thanks. You have a rocket launching sound?
I do, yeah.
Okay,
Hold on,
because this is
let me
what it's going to be. Yeah, that's what it have the guy scream and then blow up.
No, that's not.
This is how it...
That wasn't Scream.
Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Bands?
Sorry, Between Two was in there as well.
That's what I would do. You're like an 80-some-year-old man who needs money for his family. He's on the dark web. Buy me. Family gets paid. I have cancer.
Oh, okay. You're going to shoot an old man with a rocket launcher?
But his dream is to be killed by a rocket launcher.
All right.
I don't know. Is there enough? Is it solid enough to ignite the rocket when it hits a human body, or does he need to like stand behind like a lead wall?
I think DuckDuckGo is...
You don't want to. You don't want to put that in DuckDuckGo, dude. You do not want to put that in DuckDuckGo.
Will a rocket detonate on a human body? Probably.
Maybe.
You're worried it's going to go right through him and then hit the school behind
Yeah,
him?
I only got 2 rockets. So
Oh, you bought a double-barreled rocket?
no, I got buy one get one free.
Oh, you got a BOGO?
I read the Yelp review and they're like, this guy's cool. He has specials all the time. Stick around when the 2024
He's got buy
inventory
one, get one
comes
free
in.
Tuesdays?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I would like? Some kind of weird... You know what I'd really like instead of a tank? Like the first lysergic acid that the government developed.
What's lysergic
The
acid?
fucking LSD that the government initially developed for mind control.
Do they? They're like, here's the original, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
It's
the
like-
original recipe, LSD.
Did you see that bottle of whiskey that sold for like $2 million? It's
No,
from like
it's from KFC.
150 years ago. So that's what you want. The
Yeah.
old, it smells like shit. Would you take it?
Yes.
Dude, you would throw up.
From
you
the
would
LSD,
die.
from the 60s LSD?
There's got to be an expiration date on that
I
shit.
don't think there is.
It's got to get real weak then.
It's going to give me MK Ultra powers. And then what I'll do is...
What are MK Ultra powers?
You know what MK Ultra is?
No. Am I
Holy
the only
shit,
one?
you don't know what MK Ultra
What's
is?
MK Ultra?
He's really lacking sleep.
Dude, fucking... he might be...
guys, what the fuck?
You might be compromised, Aaron.
Jesus.
You think I'm not the real Ryan
You use
O'Neal?
fucking DuckDuckGo. You don't know what MK Ultra is?
What's MK Ultra?
It's a government mind control program that's real. It was a real mind control
Oh,
program.
I didn't know the exact name,
Why
but
don't-
I know
why
the
don't-
mind control that the
Why
government.
don't you lift up what's underneath your laptop and look at that picture? And
Oh, yeah, it's the Sam Tripoli did for that. I don't know the official names, guys.
That's shocking, dude.
I know that they do a ton of mind control shit.
But that was the program name.
Is the Men Who Stare at Goats part of that program?
It's adjacent to that program.
Yeah.
That was the military remote sensing program.
Yeah. I'm familiar with all the psychic
But MK
bullshit
Ultra
that they
did
tried
like
to
crazy
do.
stuff. They developed LSD to try to use it as a mind control thing.
I know. That's when they were giving it to people unsuspectingly.
They thought maybe they could put it in the water system. And
I remember
control
that.
huge pockets of the population.
Yeah.
But instead, you know what they did?
They developed TikTok.
They invented television.
Yeah. And
there
from there, the
are
spinoff.
specific wavelengths in the television that calm you down and make you not want to fucking riot.
They don't work for me because watching too much TV makes me fucking anxious. Like, I got to get out of here.
Because you're like, I'm getting MK Ultra.
I could tell. I could tell what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I always see, if I watch too much TV, I see Biden in my head.
Going, calm down, Ryan. You don't need to afford a house.
I see Obama watching George Bush plow Michelle. Because that's the. Did you hear about that?
What do you mean, did I hear about that?
So Michelle Obama.
Right, Aaron?
Michelle Obama has been sleeping with George Bush for years.
That's your theory.
Yes, that's why.
What do you mean, did I hear about it?
I kept telling.
Fucking
I kept telling Red
unbelievable.
Aziz, he's like, "What the fuck?" Are
Yeah,
you
I
talking
bet you. Honestly, I think in 2 months you could make him lose his mind.
Yeah, talking about.
If you were his only source of information.
I go, this is true now. A submarine blew up the cook, Obama's cook, on his bodyboard.
Yeah.
On his paddle board. That is live footage from there. Wait, oh, George. Oh, I can't say that one. Sometimes you gotta read the comments first before you fucking.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's true, and then and P Diddy being a government informant for the FBI, that may also be true. This is shit's getting crazy. But
It
you
is
guys
crazy.
believe in the MK Ultra?
We don't believe in it. They've said it was real.
I'm sure it was. They've always been trying to fuck with us.
Yeah, dude. I think that the TikToks and all that other stuff is the grandchild of that product.
I agree because they're like, and then they feign like, we shouldn't have this.
It's the Chinese doing it. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, but really it's us, and that's why I'm buying rocket launchers off the dark web.
To shoot at Chinese MK Ultra CIA.
No,
agents.
like when they find out the drones are hovering over your house.
You got 2 shots, buddy.
And I'll be like,
rocket launcher. You can hit it with a slingshot.
you can't knock one out with a slingshot. Who knows? After that Russia-Ukraine shit, the drones they were using were like RC airplanes.
Yeah, they were using remote control. Like, you could stop those with a fucking walkie-talkie.
Or a boomerang.
Yeah. This guy's got anti-drone boomerangs.
All right, well, let's get off we're going down a dark hole here.
Why? Is it getting too real?
But we should, I think, how would you make money is the question off the dark web Yelp reviews. Here's an ad for Aaron Brothers. Not Aaron and his brother, but the furniture store.
Okay.
Ashley Furniture, a proud sponsor of the Yelp dark web reviews.
Who else would be on there? Probably Cheech and Chong's fucking gummies would be there too.
I think it's just Cheech.
Yeah, is it just Cheech?
I think it's
Cheech
just
Marin's gummies?
Oh no, it's
that's
just
both of
Tommy Chong.
It's both of them.
It's both of them.
Yeah, that and then all the fake hey Costco, you're our official winner of a $100 gift card. I think you could find big if it was big, you could definitely get huge corporate sponsors.
Yeah, like Coca-Cola.
Yeah. They're like when you're buying human beings,
Crack open a Coca-Cola. Trust us, we've been in this human trafficking game for a long time.
I wouldn't doubt it. These fuckers. If they could make money in the dark web, they would.
Yeah, they probably are.
You think the Coca-Cola's in there?
Yeah, that's where they sell real Coca-Cola with cocaine on the dark web.
That would be dude, by the way, fantastic business idea.
You heard of
Old original recipe Coca-Cola.
You've
on
heard
the
of
dark web.
how people love Mexican Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever had Colombian Coca-Cola?
Dude, original recipe Coca-Cola would be huge.
Dude, I'd take it, man. I'd be fucking getting so much shit done.
But yeah, now you have fentanyl Coca-Cola strips that you have to test it with.
Oh, I dip the test strips in my Coca-Cola.
And then you'd be like, it's not, oh, yeah, you'd suck them off.
And then
You'd
you
suck
go,
the Coke.
Oh, that's a good Coca-Cola. Yeah, I stick my pinky in and I rub it on my gums.
There was other shit that had drugs in it, too.
What a statement! There's other shit that had
I'm
drugs
saying like
in it.
old school shit that had drugs in it.
Yeah, dude. A lot of it had opium in it. The
Yeah.
snake oil stuff had fucking opium and pee-pee in it.
Why don't we should go back to selling a pee-pee?
Yeah, horse pee. Most of that stuff was horse pee with opium in
The
it.
guy's like, can I just get the opium without the horse piss?
Because that I like.
Yeah, the horse piss really, it's a little harder to get down with that.
I always think about in Dumb and Dumber where they give him that beer filled with piss. And he
Yeah.
goes,
Harlan Williams.
yeah, fucking great.
If we could go back to original recipe dark web stuff, that would be. I think we'd have a great, like an Etsy store, but for the dark web.
What else would be on there? Radium pills.
What's that? What? It's not really getting you high.
Yeah, but it's original recipe.
Oh, we could do the original shoe fitting with the real X-rays.
Oh, real X-ray shoes.
Yeah, they take a picture and they go put it up on the fucking what is it? The light bulb, and they go, oh yeah, this shoe doesn't fit that well. 5 more X-rays.
We
We'll
could
find
sell
the right one.
old-fashioned electrocuting dildos they gave to housewives.
They electrocuted you?
You haven't seen the electrocuting dildos?
No. Is this another thing where Aaron's gonna go? What? How do you not know about this?
The shocking dildos.
I mean, dildos can be shocking. You see the size of them? I like how you do a real laugh along the way.
I just want to electronically appreciate you as well.
Why were they electrocuting people?
It was supposed to treat hysteria in women.
Well, by the way, that is a valuable thing to treat. My wife hates it when I go, it sounds like you have hysterical woman syndrome right now.
Do you know what they thought it was from?
No.
They thought it was from a roving, wandering womb. So they thought that their
What,
womb...
the womb just climbed out at night? Was it just walking around?
Yeah, climbed out at night and tripped over alien equipment.
That could be too.
Yeah. They thought that the womb was like moving around inside them too much, and the only way to get it to stop was to shove these dildos in their pussies.
What?
Until like they had what was basically doctors were just making chicks come, and they
And the other guy's like, this is pretty sweet. Roving womb, get over here. I'm going to jerk off. While
And
I
then,
put
of
this
course,
in.
the housewives would calm the fuck down and leave their husbands alone for a little while. And they'd be like, well, that treated the hysterics.
Damn, dude. Which is great because...
It's what the Peter Gabriel song "Shock the Monkey" is about.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
But it should be. Well done, Aaron. Give him a little round of applause. By the way... These applause are way too long.
I know. I understand. But I can't wave a magic wand and make it faster.
But doctors back then used to just go no glove,
Yeah.
barehanded. They'd raw dog it, and they'd smoke a cigarette,
Yeah.
and they'd probably touch their wiener.
Yeah, and they probably did a bump of fucking cocaine first too.
Yeah, they're like,
who
let me
they get
just-
from another doctor.
Let me fuck you with this dildo for a while.
Yeah, then I'll do some cocaine I got from my dentist. That's what it would be. It's fucking crazy. So hysteria comes from it shares the root word with hysterectomy. So it comes from
Is that real? Or is
this is real.
Yeah.
Okay, so hysteria and hysterectomy. No way.
Yeah, so like it's about the womb. So hysteria refers to the womb going fucking nuts, you
Yeah.
know? And they made these chicks come real hard and then they stopped going nuts.
And they go, hey, that was a good one. Your womb will be fine for a while.
Dude, imagine how pathetic these husbands were. They couldn't make their stinky 1,800 wieners do anything.
And then they had to rely on some other fucking guy to bang their wife, basically.
I know. Well, they didn't even care. They're like, oh, I was using the fanciest equipment.
Also, they're like, you go there. By the way, if they looked at another man on the street,
Yeah.
they
hit
would
him
beat
with
the
a
shit out of him.
ruler.
But then they go to that doctor. He's gonna shove this dildo in your pussy, and then
He's
you're
going
gonna
to shove an electric dildo in your pussy.
and then you'll finally calm down.
Yeah. That's
Jesus.
wild, isn't
I love it. I think we should go back to 1800s medicine.
Let me see if I can find a picture of some of those.
I don't want to see a fucking picture. Oh, of the dildo.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the actual guy doing it.
Yeah, let me find a fucking
Guy doing peace sign while he's
He's giving the thumbs up.
and they made house calls. So the worst thing is this guy was banging your wife basically
Yeah, and he's
in
like,
your
God,
home.
I can hear the hysteria from here. She's
Yeah,
screaming
she's
her
like,
head off.
"Ah!" He's like, that. Whoa, what a wandering womb that is.
Yeah, hopefully he gets it pinned down.
Yeah.
And a couple more thrusts.
So hysterical is about the womb.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're. Did you know that? Oh yeah, Ren Azizi's on Cameo for $75. We should actually order one
Yeah.
and make him say crazy. And he'd like fucking O'Neill, motherfucker. But we should order a cameo from Ren Azizi and make him say crazy shit,
Yeah, we should. What do you think we should make him say?
and let him know that it's us for sure.
I'll find the electric dildos. Here's an ad. I can read you an ad for one of them. Vibration is life. That's what it is. It is in a mail order ad for.
So they're
women.
still using the same, like the shit that people sell now. They're using the same marketing techniques.
Yeah. The White Cross electric vibrator. It brings youth and calmness to any housewife. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy, dude.
Damn.
Hysterical paroxysm. Here it is.
By the way, these were ads that were in probably just the paper. Now you can't advertise dildos in the paper at all.
Yeah. A wonderful hysterical paroxysm. A wonderful healer states, "Here is health through the magic power of fine, gentle massage." So some of the doctors would do it with their fingers. They
Nice.
treat hysterical paroxysm.
Nice.
Yeah. So let me be your doctor here. I'll treat this paroxysm. First, I'm gonna spit on the butthole.
Let me tweak your nipples. Can we kiss a little before this?
Let me put out my cigarette. Oh, sorry. Now you're addicted to nicotine.
Yeah, it's a fucking. Let me blow the smoke in the pussy. And dude, no way. Doctors were such fucking con men back in the day.
Dude, it's
They
crazy.
they still are. They're like, yeah, I can't tell you how much is it going to cost.
They would also take jets of water and just blast women in the pussy with it.
The original hot tub.
To treat hysterical paroxysm as well, which is crazy because I dated a girl who that's literally how she used to masturbate, just turn the fucking bathtub on her pussy.
It became a thing.
You know?
Put your head. If you have the nozzle that detaches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, ladies, you were mad that the doctors were doing it, but then you commandeered it for yourself.
No one was mad that the doctor was doing it. What lady are you mad at? You're mine.
I mean, when you find out later that it's a worthless fucking thing.
It's not worthless. These chicks had never come before.
I know,
They're
but
loving it.
yeah. What do you think? These doctors are all hunks? These guys are all like, hey, what's up, baby? Rip
Do you
this
think their
shirt off.
husbands were hunks? These were arranged marriages.
I know, but the doctors were way worse looking back then. Part of the
Based
criteria
on
was
what?
to be an ugly motherfucker.
Based on what?
Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah, that's true.
None of these guys were like jacked and fucking. The doctors were all like schlubs. That's why they got into being a doctor. It's the only way they could get.
Yeah, but at a certain point, if this chick has never come in her fucking life, and a schlub is fingering her pussy and making her come,
Well, back then, yeah, the husband was just his whole goal was to blow the load as quickly as possible.
yes, because otherwise it's a sin.
Yeah, he's like, I can't be enjoying this.
Yeah.
Damn, can you imagine that? Like sex probably a minute max. He's like, everyone had. Here's my thing. Back then, whenever I think about men or women back there, they look like their breath smelled so bad.
Everything smelled. But don't you think they would reach an equilibrium with the bacteria at some point where it wouldn't be that bad?
No, dude, you know how they have the stoops in New York on the old brownstones? Is to keep them from stepping in all the horse shit.
Yeah.
And they still, even some of them still have the scraper for your boots. I saw a photo of how much horse shit was on the streets of New York.
Yeah.
It was disturbing. It was like thigh high.
That's a lot of horse shit.
Yeah. And so they were fine with that. Nobody because everyone back then was like, well, someone else will shovel it.
Yeah, but we're fine with stuff too. Like we walk
What?
outside and brake dust is in our lungs 24/7.
Yeah, but it's not, you can't smell it and see it.
It's just a silent killer.
Yeah. I'd rather be killed silently than have it in my
violently.
face every day. But you got to think everything smelled. B.O., the breath had to have been atrocious.
What about those butts?
Nobody even dared to attempt it.
I wouldn't attempt it.
There were a couple of sickos
Yeah.
who went in there. But, dude, there's no way. I mean, it's...
You think it was only a couple of sickos?
Yeah. I mean,
Mozart wrote that whole thing about fingering his wife's butthole and her farting on it.
and that time period, dude...
That's wild, isn't
That's
it?
why, you see... I was just reading about medieval art, why it's so wacky.
Uh-huh.
They were going for jokes.
Yeah.
It was all jokes.
Yeah. Isn't
Brody
that
would
crazy?
hate it. You're going for jokes.
Have you seen that picture of the monk getting his butt licked by another monk? And they're like, he's just in the corner of the Bible doing that.
Which
They
is
just Put it
crazy.
in there as a bit.
Because people back then had a better sense of humor than people now.
Well, yeah, dude, because now we're just fucking trying to do voiceover TikToks and stuff.
Well, I saw someone posted an old clip of Attell from his HBO special, Captain Miserable.
Yeah.
Where he talks about pedophiles. And he's like, I'm in the chat rooms. I know what they're saying. They say it's an addiction. He's like, I hope it's not like cigarettes. He's like, I smoke a pack and a half a day. How much is that in boy? And the comments were just like, this guy, he's saying he's in the chat rooms? Yeah, not surprising. He probably is a pedophile. And then it was just like comment after comment going, this is disgusting. Nothing funny about pedophilia. And I was like, this is a great bit, by the way.
Yeah.
And people were so disgusted. I was like,
there's no irony at all.
yeah. In medieval times, they would have killed for Quran.
This guy's like, our podcast material is wasted on a modern audience.
Yeah.
We need to go Dark Ages.
Dude, if we would go on Dark Ages, we would be crushing it right now.
Yeah, I'm sure we would have. We'd be the two kings fools. And,
Yeah.
And we'd have lice and fucking have to eat whatever the
Yeah,
fuck they
but we'd have a great stone shanty. And all the bread we could eat.
all the hard bread that we could eat with deer blood soup.
I don't know, dude. We'd be roaming village to village, doing our special brand of perverted humor.
Yeah, but-
which doesn't really people like it, but also a lot of society now thinks they're above it,
Yeah.
and it's just then that's hurtful.
You getting lice constantly is gonna drive you nuts.
I don't think I'd be as big of a germaphobe back in the Middle Ages as I am now.
You think so?
We have so many things to clean yourself. Back then, I would deal with what I have.
Okay.
Because in 50 years from now, we're going to have a whole new set of cleaning agents that I didn't even know about.
This guy's gonna get into the Ultra Clean 3000.
MK Ultra Clean. The government wants your body sparkling clean.
He wants your brain sparkling.
Yeah,
clean.
because either whoever wins the elect, Trump or Biden's going to come lick your body.
You're gonna get into the Ultra Clean 3000 brainwashing machine.
That's the ultimate. It's the ultimate cleaning. The brain cleaning.
You're not clean until your brain's been cleaned.
Yeah, until your brain's been washed.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Spin cycle for your brain.
I think we're honestly just giving ChatGPT more ideas to give to the government.
I know, dude. These are money makers.
All right, let's get into something here.
All right.
By the way, do you know what time we started this podcast? I think it's time to switch over.
Well, I know we've got a hard out at noon.
49 minutes ago.
Okay. One more minute. Everybody just sit with your head on the table and wait.
Yeah, put your heads down. We're gonna play 7 Up.
All right, you're up. What do you got here? You said you had a couple things.
I
from
sent
last week.
Aaron another video. When I sent him the Bigfoot video, this is a video of a Peruvian alien mummy.
Okay.
That comes to life and attacks the person.
And this is real.
That's what they say. They say that.
And who is they? The Peruvians?
The Peruvians. You can be the judge, O'Neill.
Okay.
But on the UFO forums on Reddit, they are talking about this as if it is real.
Okay. I'm
And
excited.
so we'll pull that up in a minute whenever we find it.
And we're gonna switch to the Patreon now.
All right, let's switch it over.
Here we go.
Yeah, do it.
You ready?
Do a big wave. One,
Ready?
two, three.
All right, here we go.